There is a kind of pain that does not always show on the face. Not every broken heart cries loudly. Not every wounded soul collapses in front of people. Some pain becomes silent. It hides behind normal conversations, daily routines, forced smiles, and quiet nights. You may still be going to work, replying to messages, sitting with family, and doing what needs to be done. But deep inside, something feels shattered. You feel like a part of you has gone missing. And maybe the most painful part of all is this. You want to turn to Allah, but even that feels hard now. You sit to make dua, but the words feel far away. You raise your hands, but your heart feels heavy. You try to cry, but sometimes even the tears do not come. You want comfort. You want closeness to Allah. You want your chest to feel lighter. But instead you feel stuck, tired, and emotionally numb. That numbness can frighten a person, because then the thoughts begin. Why do I feel so cold inside? Why can I not cry anymore? Why does my heart feel distant? Why does my dua feel empty? Has Allah turned away from me? Am I becoming too hard-hearted? But listen very carefully. A numb heart is not a forgotten heart. A tired soul is not a rejected soul. And a person who cannot find the right words is not shut out from the mercy of Allah. Sometimes the truest dua are not the longest ones. Sometimes they are the quietest. Sometimes they come from a heart so hurt that all it can do is whisper one sentence. Sometimes they come from a person who has nothing left except need. And if that is you right now, then this reminder is for you. If you have been hurt deeply, if someone changed on you, if you have been left feeling abandoned, if your heart is carrying pain that no one fully understands, if you feel empty inside and still somehow keep going, then stay with me. Because today we are speaking about how to make dua when your heart feels broken and empty. Not when life feels easy. Not when your faith feels strong and your emotions feel high. But when you feel weak. When you feel drained. When you feel like you are surviving one day at a time. And maybe, just maybe, these are the moments when your dua become the most sincere. My dear brother, my dear sister, many people think they have to come to Allah in a good state. They think they need to feel spiritual first. They think they need tears, focus, beautiful words, and deep emotion. They think they should wait until they feel calmer, stronger, and more connected. So they delay. They say, I will make proper dua when I feel better. I will return to Allah when my chest becomes lighter. I will speak to Allah when my heart is softer again. But that is not the way back. You do not heal first and then return to Allah. You return to Allah so the healing can begin. You do not need to fix yourself before calling upon the one who created you. Allah knows what is already inside you. He knows the pain you cannot explain. He knows the memories that keep returning. He knows the person you still think about. He knows the wound no one else can see. He knows the silence, the disappointment, the loneliness, and the heaviness you carry from room to room. Nothing in your chest is hidden from Him. So when you make dua, you are not telling Allah something He does not know. You are bringing your broken self back to the one who already knows. And sometimes coming back to Allah does not sound beautiful. Sometimes it sounds like, Ya Allah, I feel lost. Sometimes it sounds like, Ya Allah, I am exhausted. Sometimes it sounds like, Ya Allah, I do not know what to ask for anymore. Sometimes it is just one sentence repeated again and again. Sometimes it is tears. And sometimes it is not tears at all. Sometimes it is just a person sitting in silence before Allah with a heart that aches. And Allah understands all of that. Some people worry that if they cannot cry, then maybe their heart has become hard. But that is not always true. Sometimes numbness happens because the pain has become too much. The heart gets overwhelmed. The mind gets tired. The soul feels worn out. It is not always that you do not care. Sometimes it is that you have carried too much for too long. So be gentle with yourself. You are not weak because you feel worn down. You are human. And Allah's mercy toward you is greater than your own understanding of yourself. So begin your dua from your real condition. Do not pretend. Do not force emotion. Do not act spiritually deep when your heart is struggling. Come honestly. Say, Ya Allah, this hurts. Say, Ya Allah, I feel empty inside. Say, Ya Allah, I want to feel close to you, but I feel numb. Say, Ya Allah, I do not even know what is best for me anymore, but you know. This honesty is precious, because what matters in dua is not sounding perfect. What matters is being truthful before Allah. People around you may only understand the version of you that looks composed. They may only know you're outside. They may only listen when you sound strong. But Allah listens to you when you are falling apart inside. That is why your dua should be real. Speak to Allah as a servant in need. Speak to Him as someone carrying pain. Speak to Him as someone who has nowhere else to put this burden. Heartbreak also creates another painful feeling. It makes a person feel forgotten. Even if there are people around you, you can still feel deeply alone. Sometimes the one you trusted most becomes the source of your sadness. Sometimes the person you loved becomes distant. Sometimes the one you prayed for becomes the one who hurt you. Sometimes you never get an explanation. Sometimes you never get closure. Sometimes someone stays in your life physically, but leaves emotionally. That kind of pain is hard to describe. But even in that state, you are not unseen. Allah sees what others miss. Allah understands what others cannot. And this is why, when you make dua in heartbreak, do not only ask Allah to remove the pain. Yes, ask for relief. Ask for ease. Ask for healing. Ask for your chest to become lighter. But also ask for something deeper. Ask Allah not to let this pain pull you away from Him. Say, Ya Allah, do not let my heartbreak damage my faith. Say, Ya Allah, stay with me through this pain. Say, Ya Allah, hold my heart steady while I go through this. Say, Ya Allah, do not let this wound make me lose my way. Because sometimes the greatest mercy is not that the test disappears immediately. Sometimes the greatest mercy is that Allah carries you through it. And when you begin making dua like that, something beautiful starts to shift inside you. You are no longer only asking for escape. You begin asking for closeness. You begin seeing that even pain can become a door back to Allah. Many people discover the sweetness of sincere dua only after pain breaks them. Before that, they were distracted. Before that, they relied too much on people. Before that, they expected from creation what only Allah could truly provide. Then a trial comes, and suddenly they realize there is no safer place than the door of Allah. So yes, heartbreak hurts. But sometimes that very heartbreak becomes the reason a person returns to their Lord in a deeper way than ever before. Now there is something many people feel in silence, but rarely admit. Sometimes when a person is deeply hurt, they struggle with Allah's plan. They feel confused. Inside they think, I made dua for this. I hoped for this. I thought this was good for me. Why did it fall apart? Why did Allah allow this? Why did I beg for something and still lose it? These thoughts can make a person feel guilty. But do not hide that pain from Allah. Take that confusion back to Him. Say, Ya Allah, I am struggling to understand. Say, Ya Allah, this pain is heavier than I expected. Say, Ya Allah, help my heart accept what my soul finds difficult. Say, Ya Allah, I know your wisdom is perfect, but I need strength to carry this. That is not rebellion. That is brokenness seeking help. There is a difference between turning against Allah and turning to Allah while wounded. A hurting heart can still have faith. A confused heart can still believe. A tired servant can still be beloved to Allah. So keep speaking, even if what you say is messy, even if it is not polished, even if all you are bringing is pain. Bring it to Allah. Do not let your pain push you away from Him. Let it push you toward Him. And when you feel emotionally numb, do not think dua has to be long and dramatic. Keep making small, simple dua during the day. This matters so much. You do not always need a perfect quiet moment. You can whisper, Ya Allah, help me, while driving. You can say, Ya Allah, calm my heart, while lying in bed. You can say, Ya Allah, take this heaviness from my chest when you are alone. You can say, Ya Allah, guide me through today when you wake up. You can say, Ya Allah, I leave this pain with you before you sleep. These short dua are powerful. They may feel small to you, but they are not small to Allah. Sometimes healing does not begin with one big emotional breakdown. Sometimes it begins with a servant turning back to Allah in small moments again and again until the heart slowly becomes softer. That is how many people heal. Step by step, whisper by whisper, day by day. And if you cannot find your own words, then use words from the Quran and the prayers taught by the Prophet, peace be upon him. There is great mercy in this, because sometimes a person is too tired to build their own sentences, and Allah has already given us beautiful words to lean on. Say, My Lord, I am in need of whatever good you send me. Say, there is no God but you. Glory be to you. I have wronged myself. Say, Allah is enough for me, and He is the best disposer of affairs. Say, Our Lord, pour upon us patience. These are not just phrases. They are ropes for the drowning heart. And here is something very important you must remember. Do not judge your dua based on how emotional you felt while making it. Some people think if they did not cry, their dua must have been weak. Others think if their mind wandered, Allah will not accept it. Some think that numbness means their heart has lost all life. No, your emotions are unstable, but Allah's mercy is not. There will be days when your heart feels soft. There will be days when it feels blocked. There will be nights when tears come easily. There will be nights when you feel dry inside. Keep turning to Allah anyway, because sincerity is not only proven by tears. Sometimes sincerity is proven by returning to Allah again and again, even when you feel nothing. That is a deep form of faith. That is devotion in hardship. That is a heart saying, Ya Allah, I still choose you, even from within my pain. And that may be more beloved than you realize. Heartbreak also has a way of shrinking your world. It makes one loss feel like everything. One person feels unforgettable. One event keeps replaying in your mind. One wound takes over your thoughts. You keep asking yourself questions with no answers. You keep going over the same memories, and the heart becomes trapped. One of the most powerful changes you can make in dua is this. Stop asking only for what you miss, and start asking for what is truly best. That changes everything. Instead of only saying, Ya Allah, bring this person back, then say, Ya Allah, if they are truly good for my faith, my peace, and my future, then return them to me in a good way. But if they are not good for me, then remove their hold from my heart and replace this pain with something better. That kind of dua requires trust. because sometimes we are asking Allah to keep something that is harming us. Sometimes we cry over doors that Allah closed to protect us. Sometimes we hold tightly to what is breaking us because we cannot yet see what Allah sees. So a mature dua is not only, "Give me what I want." A mature dua becomes, "Ya Allah, make me content with what is best." That is when inner peace begins to grow, not because the pain disappears in one night, but because your heart begins to surrender to the wisdom of Allah. And healing often takes time. Do not expect one dua to erase every wound immediately. Sometimes Allah lifts the pain quickly. Sometimes He heals you slowly. Sometimes He lets you walk through the process because through it, your heart becomes humbler, wiser, stronger, and more attached to Him. So do not rush the healing. Keep bringing your heart back, again and again. There is another danger in heartbreak. Shaitan wants to use it to isolate you. He wants you to think no one understands, nothing will ever get better, and your future is empty. He wants you to think your pain is permanent and your Lord is distant. Do not accept that lie. Stay connected to prayer, even if it feels difficult. Stay connected to Quran, even if it is only a little. Stay connected to sincere people, even if you do not feel like speaking much. Stay connected to beneficial reminders, even if your heart is slow to respond. And keep making dua, even through the fog, because hearts can change. The emptiness you feel today is not the end of your story. The tears that are absent today may return another time. The peace you cannot imagine now can still come. Allah can transform hearts in ways beyond your imagination. A person who feels deeply broken today may one day feel more peaceful than they have in years. A person who thinks they will never heal may later look back and realize Allah was rebuilding them in ways they did not understand at the time. A person who thinks everything is over may later discover that Allah was preparing something better. So do not let your present pain make you doubt Allah's power. He can repair what people damaged. He can calm what fear disturbed. He can refill what loss emptied. He can soften what pain made cold. He can heal in ways no human being ever could. So how do you actually make dua when your heart is broken and you feel empty? Find small moments alone with Allah. It does not need to be dramatic. It can be in sujood. It can be after salah. It can be before bed. It can be in the darkness of your room. It can be during a walk. It can be in your car. It can be when everyone else is asleep. No audience, no performance. Just you and your Lord. Begin by praising Allah in simple words. Tell Him He is merciful. Tell Him He sees you. Tell Him He knows what you cannot explain. Send peace and blessings upon the Prophet. Peace be upon him. Then speak from your heart. Tell Allah what hurts. Tell Him what scares you. Tell Him where you feel weak. Ask Him for healing, patience, guidance, clarity, protection, and a heart that stays connected to Him. Then end with hope. End with trust. End with the certainty that no word was wasted. And if one day all you can say is one honest sentence, then say that sentence. That is enough. Never think that a weak dua is worthless. Never think that a tired voice is not heard. Never think that a broken person cannot be close to Allah. The servant who has been crushed by life but still turns back to Allah has not lost everything. That servant is still standing at the most important door. Maybe someone hearing this has not made real dua in a long time. Maybe pain made you quiet. Maybe disappointment made you distant. Maybe your heart became so numb that even worship started to feel heavy. Then let this be your moment to come back. Not when everything feels better. Not when your heart becomes perfect. Now. Even if your chest is tight. Even if your voice shakes. Even if your heart feels blank. Even if all you can whisper is, Ya Allah, bring me close to you. that may be the beginning of healing. And never forget this: hurting does not make you weak in faith. Feeling tired does not mean Allah has abandoned you. Sometimes Allah allows pain because through that pain, you finally return to Him in a way you never did before. And when Allah opens the door of sincere dua for someone, that itself is a gift. So if you still feel even the smallest pull toward Allah, then there is hope for you. Great hope. Because hearts heal by the mercy of Allah. They heal when they stop running after people and start returning to their Lord. They heal when they stop hiding pain and start pouring it out before Allah. They heal when they stop demanding instant answers and start trusting divine timing. They heal when they realize that even a numb heart can still be heard by the one who created it. So after this video, when you find a quiet moment, sit with Allah. Do not worry about saying everything perfectly. Do not worry about how long it is. Do not worry about whether you cry. Just be honest. Tell Allah what hurts. Tell Him what you fear. Tell Him what you miss. And ask Him for what only He can give. A heart that heals, a soul that finds peace, and a connection with Him that becomes stronger than the pain itself. If this reminder touched your heart, then write "I love Allah" in the comments. And if you are comfortable, share a part of your story too. Your words may comfort someone who feels alone. Sometimes one honest comment becomes healing for another wounded heart. Let us build a community that reminds one another that even in heartbreak, we still have Allah. And if you are hurting right now, I pray that Allah places peace where there is heaviness, light where there is confusion, healing where there is pain, and closeness to Him where there is numbness. I pray that Allah mends the part of your heart no one else can see. I pray that He gives you strength to keep going, wisdom to trust Him in something far better than what broke you. Do not give up. Allah hears even the dua that remain unfinished on your lips.